guys, it's Izzy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm actually going to be talking about things I wish I knew when I became an amputee. The older I've got and the longer I've been an amputee for, the more things I've realised. So I wanted to let you guys know the things I wish I knew when I became an amputee, when you're faced with knowing that that's what's going to happen and sort of coping with it and everything like that. If anyone is watching this video because they know that they're about to become an amputee or someone they know is, then definitely leave me a comment down below and I'll be sure to reply and help you with anything specific. Other than that, I just wanted to say I tried to balance this argument like either side. So there are some positive things and there are some less positive things, just to make sure that you get both sides of the story, because I feel like everyone paints it really negative, not necessarily the case. So yeah, I've kind of done a balanced argument. So the first one may be obvious, or part of it may be obvious, but I wanted to do it anyway. So it's that things may be harder but not impossible. I think when you're faced with knowing that you're going to have to relearn everything again, you think, oh my god, so many things are going to be impossible, but that's really not the case. Things are harder, yes, I'm not going to lie to you, it is hard and it's not, not the easiest thing I've ever done. And some things will come back more naturally than other things. Obviously, me being a quadruple amputee, that just makes it really, really complicated. The more limbs you have amputated, the harder it is. And the more of each limb you have amputated, the harder it is. That's basically the ratios. So yeah, at the start I was doing a few things, but as I've grown up and as I've experienced more of life, I've learned more and more things. And I guess as you access each different part of your life, you need to learn other things. So my skill set has kind of grown over time, gradually, with the things that I've been actually needed to do at that point. And yeah, everything does seem hard. It does seem hard from afar to think that you do have to relearn everything and to consider how long it took you to walk in the first place. But second time around, everything is a lot quicker. And yeah, resilience, just be resilient. The next one is slightly more negative, and it is you will have to prove yourself 24/7. This isn't my favourite part, I'm not gonna lie, but you do have to prove yourself a lot. I think there is such a negative misconception about people with a disability, whatever the disability is, that you can't do anything and that you need help all the time and all of this, where it's like, no, like I'm actually a really independent person and I don't really want you to help me sometimes. So you do have to prove yourself quite a lot, but I kind of see this as a positive in a way, because people may have one view of me, but I prove their view wrong and give them a different view of me, which happens to obviously be way more positive. So I kind of see that one as both ways. It can be really frustrating all the time to be like, no, I can do this, honestly I can, like, trust me, I can. I find it quite frustrating, but it's what it is. So that's that one. The third one is quite obvious, but for me, when I became an amputee, I almost died, and this is like the outcome of me almost dying. And I think that's the case with quite a lot of people who become an amputee. Obviously you can be born with it, but I wasn't, I almost died. So in my case, it's like I almost died, so I've kind of got a new chance of life, so I'm gonna live it no matter how difficult things are. I 100% am so glad that the doctors managed to save me and that I've managed to carry on living my life, because honestly I live it so to the fullest that sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I am disabled, like I just completely forget about it because it's not like an essential part of my life, if you get what I mean. I do live my life to the fullest. I do take it as a second opportunity. I take everything I can possibly get, be it different achievements or whatever. Literally, I will make sure that I can do as much as possible to make my life as full as possible. And yeah, really, really take advantage of the fact that I did almost die. I could have been dead right now, but I'm not. And really make sure that I do live my life to the fullest. The fourth one is just make sure you know this. I kind of wish I knew this. When I was younger, I just kind of always thought like, oh, nobody cares, for like about a minute. No, you will get treated differently, I'm not gonna lie. I get treated differently in a lot of aspects of my life. Be it how people talk to me, be it who sees me in what way. When I'm meeting new people, I do get treated differently because of my disability, and it can be shown through a lot of different ways. People just think that through being treated differently because I have a disability, it may be like, I don't know, people treating me like I'm a child or like a toddler, which does happen, and I do get treated like that as well. But it's also like being constantly seen like as just a friend or like anything like that in that sense as well. So yeah, there are a lot of aspects of life where you do get treated differently, and and it sucks. I kind of wish I knew that to prepare myself for it, especially as I grew up and became more aware of like other people's views of me and like what other people were doing and how they were treating me and communicating with me and stuff, because it's quite useful to know that that's what's going to happen, I guess. So the fifth one is it creates opportunities. Now I feel like everyone just always thinks it's so negative, but majority of the opportunities I've had in my life are from my disability. A lot of people do comment when they're trying to be nasty, saying like, oh, you wouldn't have this many subscribers if it weren't for your disability, and I'm like, no, I probably wouldn't, because honestly, like, I use my disability to create this channel. I wouldn't have the confidence I have if it weren't for my disability. I wouldn't have started making YouTube videos if it wasn't for my disability, and it does kind of act as like my USP, I guess, for my YouTube channel. So yeah, it does give you opportunities. I would have never done like a TEDx talk if it weren't for my disability, would have never gone and spoken at Wembley Arena, like it wouldn't have happened. And I would have missed out on a lot of the opportunities that I actually have in my life now. So yeah, it does create opportunities, and some people see it as wrong that I get more opportunities because of my disability. At the end of the day, I see it as you've kind of had to deal with a lot of rubbish. You get given more opportunities, and some of them are great once in a lifetime opportunities. Why wouldn't I take them? So I do take all the opportunities I can get, whether it's because of my disability or not. I'm not too fussed because I've worked for it either way. So the next one is, it is frustrating. I'm not gonna lie to you. Most of the time I'm fine with my disability and I'm like, just accept it and whatever, but there are some times where I'm just like, I'd love to just be able to walk, or I'd love to just be able to do this, like without the faff of like prosthetics or like needing extra help or whatever. Like sometimes I just wish that I could do things that I can't, or that are more difficult to me, or that I could live my life a bit more easier, and I guess that's how it goes. To be honest, I have my moments where I'm frustrated, but in general it's just how it is, and I just see it as it was necessary. It's necessary, so I can get frustrated all I like, but it is what it is, and just deal with it. Being frustrated is not going to help you, but it is, I think it's important to note that it can be frustrating sometimes. It's not just like easy sailing, like that's not what it is. The next one is you're capable of a lot. Now I really didn't think this would happen. I didn't think I'd be capable of anything near what I'm capable of now, and still to this day I think I surprise myself and the people around me with how much I'm able to do, new things that I've picked up and learned and whatever. But yeah, I'm capable of a lot. You just need to put your mind to it really, and really try and prove that you can do it. There are so many things that I am able to do, and I think so many people ask me like, what can't you do? What do you struggle to do? I really want to focus on the negativeness, and I'm like, but nobody thinks, oh, what can you do? Like, and there are so many things that you can do, and I think when you first become an amputee, it's like, oh my god, is this just going to be all like negative, like what am I actually going to be able to do? But there is a lot that you can, and I think it's really important that that's shown. Hence why I do make most of my channel positive, because I kind of want to get rid of the so negative, like the perception of it being so negative having a disability, because it's not always like that. Like, yeah, it was a faff having to relearn anything again, but I can walk, so what's the problem? I can like write, what's the problem? Do you know what I mean? Not a problem. The next one, the world isn't equal. No matter how much people think it is, it is not. It's just not. I think when you have a disability, a lot of people don't realise that you fall under a category of being hated against. I guess it's kind of a minority group. You do, and it doesn't fall into a minority group as having a disability, and a lot of people are really not accepting of that. And I think people don't even realise that being horrible against someone with a disability is like a thing that you shouldn't do, that it's bad. Yeah, a lot of people don't realise that they're even doing it. I think it's really institutionalised and it's really subtle sometimes. Not necessarily everyone that isn't accepting of people with a disability make a comment. They don't. It's actions, it's avoidance and things like that. And it's really frustrating really that people just really can't accept someone with a disability, and it can't just be like normalised. And I think it really comes down to education, as with everything. I really hope that one day people will be educated enough with disabilities to not see it as something to like fear or avoid, because it's really not what it is, and you just like shouldn't. So I really hope that one day it does, because I mean, I try my best to educate people, but some people's parents like hide their children from me, or if the children stop staring at me, they wouldn't like educate their child that like you shouldn't do that. So if you're watching this and have a child, educate your child on people with a disability, please. So the next point is that your life is going to end up being pretty normal. We always thought that I'd have to go to like a special educational school. We always thought that I'd have to go to like a specialist school, and that I'd have to have like carers and have to live a really aided life, which just isn't the case. I go to a normal mainstream school, I have ever since I got ill. I don't really have a carer. My mum's technically my carer, but she doesn't really do too much for me. I'm going to move out and go to university within the next like year and a half, so you know, I'm going to live your normal life. I'm learning to drive soon. And things like that, so it is just normal. All things are slightly more difficult, but I really don't think your life like steers off too much of a path of like abnormality. Obviously I'm just talking from my own personal experience with being a quadruple amputee, and different disabilities are different, but with mine it's really like your life is basically normal, and like there's not really too much of an issue there. The final one is that not everywhere is accessible. It still shocks me to this day when I go to a building and it's not accessible, or like at the moment I'm doing research into universities and stuff, and some of them are like, oh sorry, like this building's not accessible, and I'm like, thought it was a legal requirement these days, but apparently not. Yeah, so many places are inaccessible, so many people are so like unaccommodating, and it's just like, come on. My life's hard enough, do not make it any harder, like just don't. So yeah, if you're watching this and you have a building and it doesn't have like a lift or like an escalator, change it please. Because I just don't understand. It's so easy. I don't understand why people can't just do it, but apparently they can't. Anyway, I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope it helps me, guys, if you're watching this for like a proper educational purpose, or if you're watching this just as you're interested, then definitely make sure to leave a comment, whichever, and I'll be sure to reply to them. If you did enjoy this video, then make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!